Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Oneodio OpenRock S. As you can see, now I've tried the OpenRock Pro maybe 10 months ago, something like that, which is obviously from the same company and a very similar product. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Oneodio, OpenRock themselves for sending me this unit to try, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own. And this is basically an alternative to like bone conduction kind of headphones in a way, because they do give you the full awareness. And yeah, let's just get into it. Yeah, so let's see what you get. So like I said before, air conduction. Basically, you can see that it fires straight into your ear canal. Again, I've watched the Pro. I've reviewed the OpenRock Pro. I will link that video as well so you can have a watch. Obviously, after this, tube-based technology, so I'm meant to add a bit more bass. Adjustable ear hooks, I'll talk about that in a bit. Up to 60 hours battery life and 19 hours from that, which is like a lot. IPX5 Water resistant. Again, same 16.2mm drivers. That's a use case. I will do a microphone test. I'm not sure what that means. Bluetooth 5.3. These support AAC and SBC, as you can see there. Charge times, so an hour you get for 5 minutes, which is pretty cool. That's it, some information there. User manual. Should be very straightforward. Obviously a bunch of different languages, so basically most of Europe. Packaging list, we'll have a look in a bit. Overview, straightforward, power on and off. Bluetooth pairing. It's all relatively straightforward. Now the controls. So there is no volume control. So you can do sound effect, rock mode, relax mode. Obviously I'll talk about that when I talk about the sound. Battery display, charging guidance. Obviously it goes left to right, so you'll see what I mean. So if it's got four bars, it's full. If it's got one, it's like low. Normal kind of common sense. Charging guidance, specs there, and that's it. So that's Japanese. More paper out there. So yeah, these things. So yeah, I've briefly tried these just to see if they worked. These plastic things, obviously, they cover the charge connector. So here's the case. So ignore that. So if you close it, that displays how much percentage. Obviously that's obviously the multifunction button. Bit of plastic, obviously for shipping. Bit of plastic in there to keep it shipped. Obviously when I got them, those plastic things is over there, but that's what it looks like inside. So they are adjustable here, so you can adjust it like that way more, or that way to get a better fit. And that's it. So the touch controls are on the side. Very straightforward. Obviously I'll talk about it in a bit. And in here should be the very short charge cable. And that's it. So in the next clip, I'll do a microphone test and then on to the full review. This is a microphone test of the Oneodio OpenRock S. I'm using them in stereo in a quiet room. I'm speaking at normal volume and it's hitting anywhere between about -12, -8 dB. And yeah, this is just what it sounds like. Yeah, so welcome to my review section of the OpenRock S. So you just heard the microphone test. I think it's actually okay, really. I don't have any issues with it. And yeah, it's going to kind of comfort and the fit. So let's just get these out. So obviously they are quite big, so bear in mind if you wear glasses. So if you can see from the top, it may or may not affect you. If you don't wear glasses, sunglasses, obviously it's better for you, but if you wear glasses, just bear that in mind. It may affect your ultimate kind of fit. And yet if you want to have a better fit, you can also obviously adjust it that way and that way in as well. Really, obviously these also come in black, and apart from that, they're not that heavy. So when you're using them, it's kind of odd when you're using, because you hear sound but they don't really, it's not like earbuds. It's kind of a weird sensation, but you know what I mean. But yeah, overall it's okay. Obviously it's much better without obviously glasses. So case is on the big side. I do prefer this case compared to the Pro, which is more like that circular dome thing. It's kind of bigger. but this is basically the size of a glasses case. Now, it's still, I think, a bit too big, but obviously they've done that for battery life, so just, you know, it's all about preference, but I prefer a smaller case. So battery life, obviously mine's full, 19 hours and then 60 with a case, which is a lot. But remember, 19 hours depends on your listening volume as well, so also bear that in mind. But the battery life is like obviously great. Obviously Type C to charge. Obviously, so 5 minutes gives you an hour use, which is obviously pretty good as well. So Bluetooth connection is, I thought, was very, very good. No issues at all. Bluetooth 5.3, AAC, SBC. Would have been good to have maybe a higher codec, but ultimately, you know, does it matter is another thing really. Yeah, so sound modes. So in the instructions it said there is 2 modes. So you've got the relax mode, and then you've got the rock mode, which is normal mode really. So relax mode makes everything sound kind of thin. Obviously it's meant to be easier to listen to. I prefer the normal mode, the rock mode. Yeah, actually, so controls. So to show them again. So this is one thing I don't like. So the touch controls in the middle, it's a bit fiddly, and that's probably being polite. I wish there was like a real button or a soft button to use, but yeah, it's a bit fiddly really to use. Now, sound. Oh yeah, the Water IPX5 waterproof. So sound quality, like tuning. What do I think? So they advertise this with that kind of tube-based technology. Just get the box. So they say it's enhanced bass. Yeah, so enhanced bass. They also, it's got tube-based technology. Oh, there it is on the front. So tube bass. Now I found these not to be that bassy at all, to be honest. They're still a bit soft on the low end. But the overall tuning on these is, I'd say it's more mid-forward. They don't sound like IEMs. They are very easy to listen to, but I think the average IEM I use is more detailed than these. Obviously, you've got this just firing into your ear, so there's no C at all. So it's just doing the best to shoot that straight towards your ear. So on the whole, I just found them quite mid-forward. Now, for the depends on what you're using them for, your average use case. But obviously, for music, I prefer something more, I wouldn't say full, but more precise. You know, in my way. But it's just sound is okay. They're not that bassy. Seems to be a bit more mid-forward. Trebles there, but they're not that bright really. It's a fairly safe tuning on the whole, and yeah, not much what to say really. They do work really, really well. So my thoughts and opinions on these, what do I think? I found these kind of, it's a bit of a niche product in my opinion. Now I prefer these over bone conduction, which are really, really, I find more awkward to fit. If you have a smaller head like myself, the fit is, my opinion, crap. If you've got a medium to larger head, the fit's better. This will work with more people. Battery life on these is better than bone conduction, which is like 10 hours or so. This is like 19. Obviously, they're kind of big. I just don't like the controls, but you can get around that if you just use your phone to do that, basically. Case is a bit big. And also, let's say if you use this, if you're cycling, you do get the wind noise from that. So just bear that in mind. But I do prefer, so the positives is great battery life. The tuning is okay, it's nothing amazing. But you can hear everything. Microphone quality is good enough. You can also hear, obviously, who you're talking to. And you got full awareness because it doesn't block anything out, which is I like. I can see why people would want to use this for like running or just for your commute, so you can hear buzzies, the traffic or whatever, so you don't get run over. But yeah, not a bad set. It's just very niche. So I'm not going to recommend it or not recommend it. It just depends if this kind of product is, is basically for you. I don't really have much of a use case for something like this, but I know a lot of folks might. It's not my cup of tea basically, but it works really well for what it is. I can't really fault the product. And I think that's pretty much it. If you think I've missed anything, please do let me know in the comments and I will answer your questions. And yeah, bit of a different product, but yeah, it's fine, it's different. I think I'd prefer them in black, but that's probably just preference really. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to know anything, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you in the next video.